All right, let's get to the last one here. Again, check out our sponsors, Biscayne Bay Brewing, MyBookie, and Miami Grill. Use the code 5 at mybookie.ag. Steven Adams. I mean, he solves one problem for Miami. He rebounds. Like, that's, if you want a rebounder of this group, like, that's, I know it's crazy to say that when Kevin Love is in the mix, but I feel like at this stage, and I'm a little surprised against Steven Adams is just 27. But can you commit to Steve? I mean, what would you send Griff and Stan Van Gundy there in New Orleans, and can you commit to Steven Adams starting next? I mean, you're basically making Bam a 4 essentially if you're doing this.
Yeah, and this is the weird thing with him is that he was going to be an unrestricted free agent, and he was set to make $27 million, or he made $27 million this past season. And if I'm not mistaken, he signed a 2-year extension, 2-year, $35 million extension. So you're looking at through 2023, him making 17 and 17.9 million. So this would be a situation where you'd have to ask, like, because I think New Orleans would, at some level, they're going to need something to make this make sense, because that's a team that also has playoff aspirations. So it's like, it's going to have to be more than Iguodala. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't know that Miami is willing to do that.
Yeah. And again, he's, you know, you're committing to a different style of basketball. I feel, you know, this gets back to that Pat Riley call. Like, I mean, he harped on the weaknesses we need to address. And the very first thing that he harped on was rebounding.
Yeah. And UD always says no rebounds, no rings, but you know
Correct.
what? Like, they've showed that they can get to the finals playing that way.
Right. And that's why, you know, the 5 pods we did on the Riley call, it's how much stock you want to put into some of the things Pat said and how much would actually be put into application by Erik Spoelstra on the court. I mean, I feel like they want to have the extra bigs around, but not necessarily use a play style that accommodates them where they're at the forefront, right? Like,
yeah. Essentially, as we've gone through these names, Ethan, I'm at the point where I'm out on all these guys.
I mean, Porzingis is the highest upside. Al is the most seamless fit in terms of, you know, not gonna disturb your culture in any way, and offers the extra benefit of unlocking that pick potentially. Kevin Love has the all-star pedigree, the passing ability that may be most interesting to Spoelstra, but maybe not necessarily the best fit from a personality standpoint in the current locker room. And Steven Adams is just, if you want a bowl, basically, to get you some boards. So I feel like, I'll ask you this. We have to close. We need an answer though.
Yeah.
No, the best of the bad options, I guess, is.
So to me, an Al Horford or Porzingis and Kyle Lowry offseason, that feels to me like it's in the ballpark of the Brian Grant, Eddie Jones offseason, or the James Posey, Jay Will, Antoine Walker offseason, like that, like big move. And so those are going to be my 2. And if I have to go with one over the other, I'm going Porzingis, actually.
I'm going with Al. But Porzingis would be second to me. But I would go with Al. Just because I just don't know that you're going to see the same Porzingis again, and I'd rather make the shorter term commitment to one of these guys than the longer term commitment. I think
I read Nekias Duncan's column and he talked me into it. Sorry.
Well, there you go. Nekias is always the final authority.